Okay, so this is my advanced shader project. On the left there you can see the window that I render all my shapes to, and on the right is the logger that will basically output to the console anytime a change is made during runtime, and it will also output any errors and straight to the console in quite a nice readable way. So first of all, there's camera controls. You can move backwards, forwards, left and right, and also up and down with control and spacebar, and zoom in and out with the scroll wheel. In terms of the models, these three models here, the shield, the sword and the lamp, are all downloaded from TurboSquid. All the sources are provided in the report, and they're all shaded with the Blinfong shader. The shield and the sword both have normal maps. If I can stop the movement of any of them here. If I stop the movement of the shield here and just get in close, you can see the detail on the edge of the metal here. Due to the normal map, there's a lot of interactions with the light here. I can actually turn off the normal map, and you can see the difference between the normal mapped model, which is here, and the non-normal map model. There's less detail to the surface. It's basically here you're just looking at the texture, which is it's a good texture, but it looks better with the normal map. It's better lit here. Also, just there on this little dome in the middle, you can see the specularity effects of the light. This is the Blinfong shader. I've actually implemented the ability to switch between Fong and Blinfong. Currently it's on Blinfong. If I press the F key, it changes to Fong. Now it's given a different result here. It's less of a defined line of specularity and more of a like an overall sheen. Here with Blinfong, it's quite a defined line here. So basically, you can choose whichever one. It's just a good way to compare the two. The same can be done for the sword. It's basically another demonstration of the same thing. Over here, this brick wall is just a flat plane rendered with geometry shading, and it uses parallax mapping to give it this depth that you can see here. I'll just stop the light there. It also has a Fong type shader on it, just for this bit of specularity here. Just the light kind of shows off the detail in the surface. Yeah, it uses a parallax map. It came with a well, I got a brick texture and a brick displacement map and a brick normal map, and applied them to this plane here. As you can see, if you go to the edge, the illusion is ruined, but straight on it gives a good effect. It simulates depth and detail without rendering thousands of polygons. It's quite computationally cheap, a lot cheaper than rendering each brick. You can actually change the height scale of the map, which changes how deep how deep it looks. Here, this is a height scale of 0, so it's just a flat plane. But if I increase the height scale here, this is 0.25, you can see the difference. It really gives a sense of depth, especially when moving around and looking at it and seeing how the light reflects off of it. You can also give it a negative height scale, which just shows how, that probably shouldn't be done. Yeah, this program basically demonstrates what the extents of height scale you should really go to. Clearly it's only within, probably here is about the furthest I would go with it. That's 0.75, it's shown in the console. Up here, this ball, I've applied a toon shader to it. Now it's got this artifacting up here, on the opposite side to the side that is being lit by the lamp. I'm not really sure what causes this, and I wasn't able to fix it. I believe it's something to do with the GPU on my laptop. It has had issues in the past, and I didn't get this issue on any other computers. But basically, the toon shader provides this this cartoon-looking effect here. It uses a quantized factor to calculate this, and the quantize factor basically determines how many different bands of brightness there are. I can change the quantize factor here to change the level of brightness. This is a quantize factor of 1, so there's one level. It just looks like a flat colour. There's a beach ball texture on this sphere, by the way. But when I start to increase the quantize factors, you can see in the console, there's more and more bands, and eventually you increase it all the way. You could increase it all the way, and that's basically a simulation of a normal blend Phong shader with just the reflection of the light. But yeah, having this a decent value down here in the tens, like 5 to 10 maybe. Yeah, I've got it on 8. That looks alright. Yeah, that basically just provides a interesting cartoon aesthetic, less of the realistic aesthetic of something like this. It's more cartoony. So yeah, that's everything. Thanks.